Ha 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 ha. Well, yeah, here we are with another strat. The strat I'm going to be explaining for you guys today is 5 and 5 strat. This is not my strategy, but I'm going to try and walk it through with you and explain some do's and don'ts and things to be aware of. Um, yeah, that's all I got. You know who I am. I ain't got to fucking tell you. You're sub to me, so let's get on with it. There's two main spots that you can start this strat. This spot here, in the spawn room, right on top of the stairs. You do that so you initiate all the spawns behind the Tommy trap. And you're going to go ahead and go and hit that Tommy trap first, or the VMP trap. The weapons that you're going to need for this strat are either, I'm sorry, you're going to need the VMP, which is in the Tommy room. You're going to need the waffe, and you're going to need the ray gun. I realize you probably don't like the fact of the ray gun, but I'll explain more about the strat and why to use the ray gun instead of turned anyway. The strat itself, it could be anywhere from, if you do it in like I do in this video, it's going to be about 24 to 26 seconds per horde, depending on how slow you go with it. However, if you are smart, and like I said yesterday, I did this strat, I live streamed it, and on round 86, I did in just under 10 minutes, which is 20 seconds per horde. So it all depends on how much waffe you spam up top. You pretty much can spam every round under around 100 because you're, like I said, you're almost guaranteed a max every round. And even if you don't get a max that round, you can use gumball, and then every round after that, like, or not every round, but the round after that, you're guaranteed another max. So, like I said, like, you pretty much spam the waffe every round. You don't need turned, and you can still run 20 seconds per horde. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and I'll start the video here. So you're going to start here. I'll explain things as we go. I'll pause and try to help you guys out so you can learn a thing or two and share what I know, and you guys can incorporate what you know and make it even faster. So, all right, here we go. You start here, and you're going to go ahead and hit Tommy trap. As you're doing the strat and you're mid-round and you kill a horde behind you and you set up here, don't try to shoot dogs. I learned that can lead to death if you're not paying attention because of Usain Bolt zombies. As you're backing up here, after you turn the trap on, you're going to want to back up and you're going to want to look at this area. The way despawning works is you have to be looking at the zombies and they won't despawn even if it's through walls. So keep that in mind. You're going to back up all the way up against the perk. The reason why you back up to here is so you can see this spawn here, and of course the window spawn here. The minute that you see a zombie, you're going to sprint to the top of the stairs and turn around and fire a waffe shot. So hopefully I do the strategy correctly as I just explained it, otherwise I look like a fucking idiot. Alright, here we go. And here I go, and I know I'm going to turn around and fire it. The main reason there is you want to kill the zombies down here. Now, the reason why you sprint up to the top of the stairs right away is because you want to beat this zombie here. Because 9 times out of 10, even if you didn't sprint to the top of the stairs, you're going to beat the zombie. However, there's that one time where a Usain Bolt zombie is the first zombie that died in the Tommy trap down there. Usain Bolt zombie will respawn and come up and meet you right here on the stairs, which is very, very bad. We'll get into that later about what to do if that does actually happen, because the chances are it will. So, you're going to come up here. You're going to go straight up to try to go back to that window right there. If you want to play fast, you're going to fire a shot out that window right there. See those zombies that were running down the side? If not, you just want to play normal and save your ammo, you can just go like this, and you'll be just fine. Won't be quite as fast, like I said, but if you go up there, you can pretty much spam 3 or 4 more waffe shots and make the strategy really, really fast. I recommend that you do. As you can tell, I have full ammo right now, and I'm almost positive I have dogs next round, so I wasn't really thinking. I was more thinking about safety at this point, trying to get the strat down. Now, as you can tell, with this strategy, after you turn the power on, I'm going to go back just a couple of seconds there. Okay, I'm going to go back more than just a couple of seconds. So, with this strategy, you're going to get 2 groups of zombies. The first group, you're going to know when it ends. Because see how there's a gap right here? You don't see any zombies, and you got a group here. You're going to get 2 main groups. This is the first group. You're going to waffe that group. Don't worry about waffe ammo. Like I said, you're golden for waffe. So just go ahead and whop them. There we go. I decided to fire late there. Now you're gonna have a second group, as you can tell. Here we go. We got the gap. I'm waiting for the second group to come. As you see the second group come, I sprint forward and turn around and waff again. You can waff there. I didn't. I just chose to save waff because, like I said, I was being very, very conservative at the time. I would just waff them again because you got plenty of waff. Now, when you teleport, it's very important that you look this direction. It's crucial. The reason is you're trying to get all the zombies that are on the other side of the power trap side, on the other side of that fence back in spawn. You're trying to get those zombies to despawn. Most everybody knows this. I didn't. I'm not smart. I'm not a good player. Okay, I said it. Leave me alone. I didn't understand. But now I do. So you look this direction, so you're not looking at the zombies, so those zombies despawn and spawn now in this spawn zone that you're currently in. Now keep in mind, you want to keep that door to my right over there, the Shiva door. You want to keep that spawn door closed. That's the only door you got to keep closed in the entirety of the map. You can open up everything else. Doesn't matter. Alright, so here we go. Now the main, I should probably talk about perks. Jug, Mule, Speed, I'm sorry, not Speed, Stamina, and Quick Revive. You really want Stamina. You don't want to be without it. Stamina on this map is so fucking important. It's unbelievable. As far as Speed Cola, you don't really need it unless you plan on getting like all 6 perks. So you really, Speed Cola only comes in handy for the early rounds since you got Fast Mag on all your wall weapons, and like the ray gun isn't really that slow, and you don't even really need to ray gun it, or ray gun it. You really don't need to reload it fast anyways, because you're only killing 2 or 3 dogs at a time. The WAF, however, you do need to reload fast, but you have 6 in the clip, and you never really have to fire that much anyway, except for in the early rounds. So when you reload, you can always reload the WAF as you're sprinting to the teleporter, or when you're in spawn. Like, there's just so many, or right after the turn on the power trap. That's when I always reload all my weapons, because you have like a good 5-second window where there are no zombies near you. So that's when I recommend that you just reload everything, is right after you turn on the power trap. So anyway, you turn this way, you're looking this way. So you don't want to, you want the zombies to despawn. When they spawn, there's a reason why I'm in the back right-hand side here. The zombies are going to spawn as they're coming. Okay, backtrack here. There's a reason why that you're sitting right here. You want to have the ray gun out. And you also want to have your sound effects turned up. The reason why your sound effects are turned up is so that way you can hear the not the zombies, well, the zombies too, but more importantly, you want to hear the dogs spawn in. The dogs is what you're listening for, that sound, that whoosh, that sound that the dogs make. I really don't have to explain it to you. You guys know what I'm talking about. One of those sounds is going to be the sound the teleporter always makes from, trying to give you a drop that you will never get in the high rounds. The other ones are the dogs. So you count them, 1 dog, 2 dogs. You just get it to know in your head, all right, you got 2 dogs you got to deal with. When you turn around, you'll sit here. Here's the part that can be a little sketchy. Don't say turn around and teleport too long, but yet you don't want to say turn around and teleport too short, because you want to make sure you get all the zombies despawned. You still want to pay attention to that fence back there, and that fence I'm talking about is right here. Because sometimes, even though you stood back long enough, they don't despawn, whatever reason. So you want to make sure that you're looking. So right now we know that there are dogs here. At least it sounded like there was. I don't remember. But if there is dogs, you want to be looking. Chances are usually the dogs beat the zombies up here. But sometimes they don't. If they don't try to be a hero and try to ray gun the zombies up here all the time. Like, it could lead to a down. Not every time, but it could. And you don't want to try to force down the front, because it's just not good. As you're standing in the back left corner here, you tell all the zombies spawning at the window that's back in this corner to come up this side of the ledge, leaving this side, the front part of the ledge, open, allowing you to scoot on past. Now you can stay there as long as you want until you see zombies crawling up. The longer you stay up here, the better your horde up's going to be. However, it's been in my experience, if you have an opportunity to get down, just get down and then do the little cut back. You're about to see me back here, because you always get the horde up that way no matter what. And it's safe. So apparently I had no dogs here, so I immediately pulled out the blast furnace gun. The reason why the blast furnace gun is out is you sprint faster with it out. It's a good speed weapon. So you're going to do that little cutback that I said, get in the habit of doing this cutback and sprinting out of that corner. You really don't want a dog back in this corner. I can't stress that enough. That's why you have the ray gun. The ray gun is the main, the spawn room in general is the reason why I stopped using a turned weapon and just started using the ray gun. Because if you get one dog, you can easily kill that with a wall weapon. You get two, sure, you can still kill with a wall. Three, even three, you can still kill with a wall weapon. But if you get four dogs spawning in that spawn room after teleporting, you probably could get away with killing them all. But by the time the problem that happens that is really is hard to do with a wall weapon is when you get four dogs spawn in and then you have two additional dogs spawn in after you kill those four. Those two additional ones will walk slowly across and eventually they'll like catch you right on this corner. And they have such a wide stance that sometimes you can't kill them fast enough. However, if you have the ray gun, not only do you kill the four, but you'll kill the two respawners before you even do the cutback by the pistol to come back into this corner. So, like I said, the ray gun just makes this strat so much nicer. And the zombies on this map are so unforgiving. I highly recommend you just use the ray gun. Fuck turned. I mean, if you want to use turned, go ahead and do it. But honestly, like I said, if you spam waffe up there, because you pretty much get a max ammo every round if you get first box, waffe, ray gun, and monkeys. Which can be easily done with the fire sale gumball. Just don't move the first box. Pretty great. If you really do end up getting hurt for ammo, which I really don't think you would, you can always pop a max ammo gumball or one of those gumballs. I can never say it. It just sounds fucked up. The altai chemical and then just get yourself a max ammo and you'll be fine. So go on with the strat. You're gonna come back through here. This is the one of the best. I found that that shooting the blast furnace like that is the best possible case scenario for two reasons. One, when you get a drop, don't worry. I'll let this strat play out so that way you guys can see like a full motion. The reason why I shoot them like I did, I backed up against the wall and came this way and then shot them right here, is so when they die and bled out, if there's a drop in here, like say it's a max. Since the spawn is instant, I want to be able to grab the mags and just go right away. So if you shot them back here and there's a max and you're over here, you got to run back over that and then grab it, which doesn't sound like a bad thing, but when you have instant spawns in Black Ops 3, it's a fucking problem, especially with Usain Bolt zombies, because then they can meet you up at the door up here and you really don't want that. So it also makes it easier for, just any drop really that if you want to get, you can just grab it right away and just start going to town. Insta kills you can abuse in here, go to this little corner and you can shoot, make the strategy even faster. Towards the end of an insta kill, I just usually throw a monkey over here just to make it safe. Like I said, you get a max ammo pretty much every round. Might as well throw a monkey, do another little horde up, get another free horde out of it, and then continue out with your strat. Pretty easy, pretty simple, not hard to do. So onward bound. If you try to shoot this horde, which you're going to see me try to do later on in this video, when I'm letting it play. If you do the cutback and you try to shoot it right over here, I understand that you're trying to kill the zombies faster so you can make the strat faster, but shooting them over here causes problems. First problem it causes is it doesn't always kill the entire horde. I don't know why. Usually the tail end of it is just not blast furnace. I know it sounds fucked up, but I don't know how else to say it. So they live, and over time that can cause a lot of pain and anguish, especially if you get a drop and you got four of them, then you get a fire waffe and yada yada yada. It's unnecessary, so I just choose to just shoot right there. I was doing that like I said yesterday, and I was still running 20 seconds per horde. So if someone can figure out a way to do that and do it safely, hey, more power to you. But me, I ain't doing it. So onward bound and get a drop, and you just sit there and wait. Usually when you see a first zombie, just go. Like, especially in the max spawn rate, there's no, see how fast, like, even right there, it didn't look like I was to go, but if I'd have waited, that fast zombie that was right there, he would have stopped you, or at least hit you and caused you problems. So, like I said, as soon as you see zombies, just go. Also, don't try to turn around and shoot dogs in the spawn room. You can if you want, but usually 9 times out of 10, you're going to get caught up, and then this guy right here is going to fucking meet you right in this doorway and just slap you right up. And you really don't want that. So, keep going. Back all the way up into the corner like normal. I'm going to let it play now just because you guys need to see a full loop without me talking, or pausing I should say. So, like I said, keep the waffe out when you come out up from the Tommy up to the top there. You can spam all you want right here. Make the strategy even faster. You can easily get it down to 20 seconds, as I said. I did it yesterday. You can go to my past broadcast. You can look for yourself. On the 86, I did in 20 seconds per horde. It was actually almost 19 seconds per horde. I time round to round. I don't know why I paused here, but I did. Like, the actual game footage is paused. So, like I said, 20 seconds per horde without turn is more than possible doing it this way. As long as you have first box, waffe, ray gun, and monkeys. Really easy to do, not hard. Yeah, there's one other area that I wanted to let you guys know about. If you're, as soon as you see a zombie in the Tommy room, sprint up to the top of the stairs, then fire. Even if it's dogs, don't try to ray gun the dogs. You can if you want. I wouldn't. Just keep the waffe out. And the reason being is if you get caught up by a zombie, like a Usain Bolt zombie on those stairs, you can try to waffe, but I mean, it's been in my experience, and I'm sure a lot of your guys' experiences too, that using the waffe isn't exactly always reliable. It's not consistent. It's a broken weapon, wonder weapon. So just be careful, and just either you can try and waffe them and force up the stairs, but honestly, because they're stairs and like shooting the wall, even shooting the wall behind it isn't always consistent. So what I would do is just back up and drop off the back end of those stairs and throw a monkey and get out of there. Like I said, you're pretty much gonna get a fucking max ammo every single round from the blast furnace. It's almost every round. It's ridiculous. Because like I said, you're running no fire sales. And if you really wanted to be a dick, you could do no carpenters too. Like I could have gone over there and grabbed that carpenter, but I have full waffe, so I didn't need to. And then you could just you could have thrown a monkey, and then after like the horde's out, grab the carpenter, kill the horde. That's one horde up with no carpenter. Then you're gonna do. You could throw another monkey if you wanted, and then put two boards up on. Like a board up on two of the windows that then spawn, and then kill the horde again, blast furnace them, and now you're still running no carpenters. So as long as 4 or less windows are breached on the map, you won't get carpenters. As long as you don't move the first box, you won't get fire sales. So now you're just giving yourself more max ammos, instas, double points, and bombs. So that's good. That's part of the reason what makes the strategy fast, especially if you get to abuse like a double insta-kill in the 80s and 90s. It's really cool because you just fly through the rounds. So I would highly recommend that you do that. As I usually fire the second shot of waffe as I'm coming back to the teleporter. I can't stress enough, don't try to stay on the other side of the power trap until the power trap is off. Try to leave before the power trap turns off. The reason being is it's just faster. I know that sounds weird, but it really is, and it's safer for you. So why not, right? So I think the strategy itself, if you're trying to get it down to its bare minimum, you don't have to really fire the waffe at all. But for rounds 100 and below, I wouldn't use blast furnace on the other side of the power trap. And the only reason I say that is because you want your drops to happen in the spawn room, because they're easily abusable in there. So like if you get an insta on the other side of the power trap, I mean, you can still abuse that, but you'll get more fun out of it if it's in spawn, and you'll get more abuse out of that insta kill if it's in spawn as well. So I would highly recommend that for like the first 100 rounds at least, you just don't touch blast furnace on the other side of the power trap. It just makes more sense. So as you see how I'm running the strat right now, it's at its bare minimum, so it's probably somewhere between 24 and 26 seconds per horde. If you smash the waffe like I should have been doing in this video up there in between the two traps, you'll easily get it down to 20 seconds per horde, because you're easily going to kill another full horde while you're up there with just the waffe. So try to abuse it if you can. I don't see a reason why not. You can do like little bananas up there, a little bit of the banana technique, and you should be golden. I really think I've hit most of the fine points about this strategy. Like I said, the great part about this is you can just not like you don't got to be shy with a waffe. Like you can spam the ever living piss out of it, and you're pretty much golden. I mean, I think the first time that I was pretty much hoping for a 4-rounder, and that was only due to my own fault because I was spamming like crazy, was in the 80s. And if you were just even a little bit more conservative, like only 3 waff shots upstairs and 2 on the other side of the power trap, you're still going to be just fine. Because these rounds really do go by really fast. So turn, I really don't think you need it. I mean, I get it that it's faster, but the ray gun just provides so much safety when you're in the spawn room and just everywhere. Even when you're on the other side of the power trap, if the dog spawns early, that's just an easy ray gun shot. You never run out of the ray gun. It's really provides a lot of safety for this map that it just didn't have before when you try to run blast furnace and turn. So I would try to get first box ray gun. It's not a hard setup at all if you have that fire sale gumball, because you could have like 5 fire sales before before you probably are going to run out of them. I don't know how many you guys usually have, but if like right there, if you have an extra zombie break through on the traps for you, don't waff unless you absolutely have to. If you have more than 3 zombies with you in the horde as you're going in the circle right here, and you got a dog that comes with, just waff it. Like, don't try to be a hero. Just waff the damn thing. The zombies in Black Ops 3 are so fucking unforgiving that they just slap you up so fucking fast. Overall, this strategy is by far what I would say is the fastest, other than just camping straight up spawn, which is very dangerous. But as far as consistency goes and speed goes, this is by far like the fastest. It's very safe. Like, I don't see a problem with it. The only reason I down is because I usually do something stupid. So here's what I'm talking about when I say dog spawn like crazy. With a wall gun, this can be kind of sketchy, because you don't know if more dogs are going to spawn after you kill those. That's what causes the problem. Like, when you get 4 dogs that spawn in and you kill those 4, and then 2 more spawn in, those 2 more that come after, those are the problem if you try to use a wall weapon to kill. So I just say use the ray gun, kill them, and you're golden. Other than that, don't really see that much. I'd say of all the strats that there are, I've seen the other one where people keep the power door closed. That one seems very easy to do, and very boring, but very easy. You can do that one, but it's definitely way slower than this one. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to do this, other than the fact that if you wanted to play local, I could see why you wouldn't want to do this one, because, like I said, first box is kind of a pain. But even if you do play local, I still think that the waff this way is better, because you can use the waff, like you can still get those max ammo gumballs, that gumball I should say. I don't see a problem with it. You can incorporate fire sales into it if you need to. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. It's just really nice, like I said, to have that first box set up, to be able to get that hundo out of the way. So for 100, if you're just trying to get 100, like, it shouldn't really take you more than like 7 hours to 100. Like, it really shouldn't take you more than 7.5 hours to get to 100. If you know how to speedrun the first 50, and you get like under a 120 with first box setup, I guarantee under 7 hours to 100. It's that easy. As long as you spam waff in between the traps, you're gonna get it. So aside from that, that's all I got, guys. As you can tell, the footage was playing over again, so what can I say? You know, might as well let you guys see even the first part of the footage. But yeah, that's all I got. Good luck and happy killing. Adios.